Hello and welcome to the section on split definition. So what is a split definition? What does it mean? Well, we know that a definition is a connection between channels and centers, and where they're all joined up, no matter how many channels, that is one definition. In this case, there are two completely different sets of definitions. They are completely autonomous from one another. They are separate. They are like contradictions within the person. There will be these two centers or three centers over here, and these two or three centers or four centers over here, and there will be a break in the middle. So this means that you can't easily join them up. It means that this completely autonomous side of you over here is processing what they're processing. Perhaps it is the mental conceptions of the person. And over here we have another side that may be processing the sacral to G center. So they'll be processing information to do with energy and where it's going, how you move in your life. And the two aren't going to be connected. This can create some dilemmas if you don't know what's going on. So first of all, understand that there's nothing wrong with you. Understand that to have two completely different sets of definitions is quite normal. In fact, it's the most normal. 46% of people in the world have a split definition. So, phew, you can relax. There isn't necessarily a problem there. But what it does mean is that the information between what is colored in your chart, the different definitions, will not be communicating with each other all the time. There won't be a consistent processing going on. And for that reason, in every split definition, there is this sense of incompleteness. There is this sense of wanting to come together. And when you think about it, what that actually does for the person is that there is a build-up of information in the two sides that when you come into contact with someone else who joins that split in you, immediately there's this communication, but it's dependent on what the person brings. And for that reason, you want your wholeness, you connect with someone else, you're fixed in that particular way with that particular person, and doesn't quite feel satisfying enough. Because if you look at the different splits, there's all kinds of them, and I'll go into them with you now. But if you take, for example, this chart here, we have someone that is a split definition, and there are two bridging gates, what we call bridging gates, where if a gate comes along with someone else in their aura, and they have one of those bridging gates, then there's a communication, otherwise not. And if you come together in relationship with them, which is quite common, I have to tell you, you are locked into that particular gate, in that particular line, and that particular tone and color and bass, and you are locked into a very particular form of connection according to the person that's come into your aura. By yourself, you are open to all the different varieties of that particular gate. For example, there are 1,080 different configurations within any gate that could join the split. And there you are lined up with just one. Now, it will feel complete, but it will also feel limited in a way. Because you want to be open to all of them. You're here to be wise about what is not in your chart that bridges your chart. And when you think about what that's like, you can join with that person, you can have them in your life in a fairly regular way, but you're beheld in a limitation. And the fact of the matter is, you are a split definition. It's correct for you to be a split definition. There is no need for you to be joined up all the time in just one way when you have many different alternatives. So don't get hooked in. Don't get hooked in and held down by that. Your definition, what is true in you, what the true self, the side of you that contains how you're imprinted uniquely and consistently in those two parts, that's your potential. That's how you come out in your life. That's what you're here to be in your life, and show everybody your uniqueness through what you're defined in.